These are the last couple of pages of the review on the Pythagorean theorem unit. A ladder that is 20 feet long leans up against the building. Ladders are always your hypotenuse. It's 20. The bottom of the ladder is 12 feet. Here's my little building with my door and my windows. And it's 12 feet from the base of the building. How far up the side? This is 4 times 3. This is 4 times 5, so this must be 4 times 4, which is 16. Now, if I didn't know my triples, I would do the square root of 20 squared minus 12 squared. Helicopter flew east from the hospital landing pad for 48 miles, and then he flew north. What is the shortest distance? Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and can fly to the return to the hospital. I know more triples than the 3, 4, 5, the 5, 12, 13, and the 8, 15, 17. The next one, if you memorized all the triples, would be a 7, 24, 25. And this is 7 times 2, 24 times 2. So this is 25 times 2, which is 50. I know those triples. I did not teach you those triples. So if you don't know the obscure triples, then you would have to do the square root of 48 squared plus 14 squared, and you're still going to arrive at the 50. Miss Cross designed a quilt piece in the shape of a rectangle, drew it for you. Sew a strip contrasting along the diagonal. Quilt is shown below. Here is 8. I'm going to put it on the same side so I have a right triangle looking at me. This is 4 times 2, and this is 4 times 3. There is not a triple with a 2 and a 3, so I'm going to have to do Pythagorean theorem. It is not a triple. That is 8 squared plus 12 squared, which is 64, and 144, which is 208. Trying to do math in my head. And the square root of 208 is 14.4, and I'm going to leave it rounded to the nearest tenth. Find the length of BC. It's right there, so I'm kind of confused why that problem is on the review. But the length BC is right there. Find the length of AB. Again, yellow doesn't matter. AB is here. I have a right triangle here that is 4, because that's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle with the hypotenuse 5. And then I have to do Pythagorean theorem. That's not a triple, so it's the square root of 7 squared plus 4 squared, which is square root of 49 and 16, which is the square root of 65, which is just a little bit over 8, which is 8.06, so it's 8.1 if I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. Rob designed a garden in the shape of the rectangle. He plans to build a fence through the garden as shown below. 6, 8. This is 3 times 2. This is 4 times 2, so that has to be 5 times 2. So this is 10. What is the length of the fence? We'll need for the middle of the garden. Okay. The other way to do it would be, 6 squared plus 8 squared, and take the square root, and that would still give you 10. So then it says if the garden wants to fence around the outside the garden as well, so as well, this is 10, and as well is 6 and 8 and 6 and 8, which is 14 and 14, which is 28, plus the 10, which is 38. So the perimeter of the original garden is 28, and then the 10 down the diagonal. Solving. Add 4.94, add 4.94. That becomes 2y equals 12.04. Divide both sides by 2. Y equals 6.02. Solve. Add 5m. I move baby x. 9.3 equals negative 3.45 plus 12m. Add 3.45. Add 3.45. 12.75 equals 12m. Divide both sides by 12. M equals 1.0625. Solve. Got to do distributive property. That's 2n plus 8 equals 2n minus 6, because when I distributed 2 to a negative 3, it becomes negative 6. That 2n plus a number, I subtract 2n, I subtract 2n. I get 8 equals negative 6. That means there is a no solution, because never does 8 equal negative 6. Solve. I'm going to write this a little bit better. Bigger, 8 plus x over 3 plus 5 equals negative 7. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. X over 3 equals negative 2. I'm going to multiply by 3. X equals negative 6. That is your review. Please make sure that you work through your review, and if you have any questions, message me, attend office hours, and be ready for your test on Friday. It will be 2 parts this time. The first part will be timed with a, it'll be 50 minutes timed, and then the second part of the test will be all of your uploads that I required, and that won't be timed. This may help on putting, working through your test on a sheet of paper, and then after you submit your answers, then relax and then upload your shown work in a different file. They are both graded. Thank you.